for our consideration as we engage with the practice is a quote that I ran into this week. And this quote is often inappropriately credited to Goethe, if I'm saying his name right in German, Goethe, but actually is the person who wrote it is Chaim Ginott, and I'll put a link to this later so that Neil can share it with all of you. But here, actually, you know what? I can put it in chat right now because some of you are visual, so you might want to actually see the quote. So while I read it, if you prefer, you can also. There it is. So the quote is, "I have come to the frightening conclusion that I am the decisive element. It is my personal approach that creates the climate. It is my daily mood that makes the weather. I possess tremendous power to make life miserable or joyous. I can be a tool of torture or an instrument of inspiration. I can humiliate or humor, hurt or heal. In all situations, it is my response that decides whether a crisis is escalated or de-escalated, and a person is humanized or dehumanized. If we treat people as they are, we make them worse. If we treat people as they ought to be, we help them become what they are capable of becoming." And Chaim Ginott wrote this in the book called Teacher and Child, a book for parents and teachers. So now you get a sense of the orientation as a teacher. I was struck by this quote, the power of this quote, especially the way it starts. "I have come to the frightening conclusion that I am the decisive element." And it is so true. We know this. Our approach, our attitude, as he says, I possess tremendous power to make life miserable or joyous. You know, at Happy Hour, we've talked in the past many times about this quote, which is the name of a book. Happiness is a choice you make. Is a choice you make. So he continues, "I can humiliate or humor, hurt or heal. In all situations, it is my response that decides whether a crisis is escalated, a person is humanized, dehumanized, etc." So to realize the tremendous power that we have in our choices, that we have a choice. We have a choice as to how we respond to any moment, to any situation. We have choices. We have a choice. And the more we practice with cultivating, with turning our minds, our hearts towards making a wise, a kind, a humanizing, a compassionate choice, that choice becomes more readily available to us in the moment. And you know this from your practice. You know this, that if your mind has been swimming in thoughts of kindness, generosity, goodwill, that becomes more available as a choice in real time. And if it's been swimming with rumination and difficult thoughts of anger and why me, or whatever the version might be for your makeup, for your thought patterns, then the heart is less primed to that wise choice, to really taking our seat of power to make wise, compassionate choices. So I wanted to seed our practice with that quote tonight, and let's sit together. We'll sit with a lot of silence tonight, with calming the mind with the breath, I had some new invitations this past week that you found very helpful. I'm going to bring those back in to steady the mind, first with the breath, the body, and then turning towards kindness, towards metta.